Hi everyone, it's Frank, and as promised, here is my honest review of the Sigma 100-400mm telephoto contemporary lens. I just want to begin by saying that this was by no means the lens that I originally intended to buy. In fact, it was a Canon 70-300mm that first caught my eye. The reason why I changed to this lens was due to the fact that my current lens, the Tamron 70-300mm, was having huge communication errors between the camera itself and the lens. Now let's start with wildlife photography. Now if you're mainly interested in wildlife photography, then you're probably better off investing in a lens that has image stabilization. You see, one of the main reasons why I changed to a different telephoto lens was because the current lens that I had, the Tamron 70-300, lacked this function. Now, image stabilization is huge when it comes to wildlife photography, and me, being an avid wildlife photographer as well as landscape photography, a lens with image stabilization is a must. Image stabilization also drastically reduces the chances of getting a photograph that is out of focus or blurry. You see, one of the main problems that I encountered when shooting on site was that if I had my telephoto lens attached, the Tamron, without image stabilization, I was having to shoot over and over and over and over again until I maybe got 5 images out of 100 that were in focus. So for me, changing a lens that had that option meant that I could focus on different aspects of photography, like composition, subject, framing, etc. Now, the 100-400mm Sigma lens was definitely an impulse buy. I wasn't completely ignorant knowing as to what kind of lens I wanted. I mean, I knew that I wanted a telephoto lens, originally a Canon. However, I did know the brand Sigma, and I did know that they made good lenses, specifically this one. This is the Sigma 100-400 contemporary lens, part of the art series that Sigma is currently in production with, and I feel that this lens is truly fantastic. So in short, I wasn't totally lost when purchasing this lens. You see, to me, the Sigma was kind of second best to the Canon. I never really considered it before, but I was never really thrilled about purchasing the lens in the first place. However, it wasn't until I started using the lens that I realized just how good it was. I spent the next few days testing the lens out on the field, and I have to say that I was generally very happy with the outcome of the image quality that this lens was producing. Aside from that, its performance was second to none. I found that the Sigma lens was quick and sharp. Its autofocusing system was actually very good. However, under low light conditions, maybe not so much. I loved the fact that this lens was perfect for landscape photography. Even at 400mm and fully extended, the image quality was tack sharp. I had absolutely no issues with autofocusing system, and I felt that the image stabilization really compensated when it came to wildlife photography. However, being my first ever serious telephoto lens purchase, I do have to say that it is kind of a heavy lens. Irrespective of the fact that it is lighter than the Canon and Nikon, this lens is quite hefty, especially if you're tracking objects handheld. On a tripod, the lens is a different story completely. However, handheld, it's heavy. Aside from the fact that it's a heavy lens, the build quality is also second to none. You see, the Sigma lens is fully glass, which means that you have to be very careful not to drop it, because you would have wasted about £600 to £700. Ultimately, this lens is not a toy, and is a serious contender as a professional lens. In my opinion, I think it's well worth the money. So that's my review on the Sigma lens. I do hope you've enjoyed this video and found it somewhat informative. If you have absolutely any queries whatsoever, then please do drop a comment below. I'm happy to listen, and have a good day.